Here we go with Netflix. Yes, getting crushed all the way down here to $480 a share. Stock missed the earnings. There's a lot to this report. Everybody was bullish. Everybody thought that Netflix had to go higher. I'm sorry. In the January quarter, we made a couple $100,000 on Netflix to the upside. This time, though, it's to the downside, and we are short Netflix. And the investment community is falling out of favor with Netflix, bottom line. And they're going to do a repurchase buyback program on Netflix. They announced a $5 billion repurchase buyback program. All right. Um, Net subs are coming in below prior guidance of Q2 revenue guidance, slightly below consensus in Q2, and net ad guidance is weak, and it is. And so there are issues with Netflix. We knew it. And they had that one quarter in January. The quarter before that, we went short Netflix. The quarter before that, we went short Netflix. And this time, it's short. Okay? And it is. So, the thing about it is, they're going to come out, do a repurchase buyback program, and that's not going to save the stock, no matter what. People aren't sitting on their couches. They're not. And when we take a look at the net subs, paid net subs are down, and they are, versus the prior guidance plus 6 million and versus plus 8.51 million in Q4. So there are definitely issues with Netflix. We knew it. And from a contrarian view, everybody loved Netflix. And they wanted Netflix to go higher. They thought it was going to do the same thing in January. And we said, no, sorry, going down. And that's exactly what it's doing. And we're getting paid for the big move down. And we hit 480. So Netflix, one thing about it is if you really take a look at operating margins at 25.5% versus 21.8% consensus. Okay? So, there's a lot to it. And the thing about it is, from a contrarian view, everybody loved Netflix. And they loved it so much, we went short. Now, when you go back to the last quarter, everybody hated Netflix. And they didn't want anything to do with Netflix. And there's going to be a gap down tomorrow in other stocks in the NASDAQ 100. And I have always told you, we have thousands of live videos. We have hundreds of trades on Netflix on the YouTube channel. Oh, yes, we do. Go spend some time and go find them. You'll understand it. This is Netflix. So, well, what can I say? The majority of the crowd is always wrong. And, from a hedge fund community that we come from, is when everybody loves it, we don't like it. When everybody hates it, we love it. So, too many people were on board about it going higher and having to go higher. And it's going to gap down other stocks in the NASDAQ 100. And let me tell you another thing, and I always tell people this. This really is the one that kicks off the earnings season, my friends, of all friends. And let me tell you, so goes Netflix, so goes the rest of the earnings season. And yeah, you'll have some places that do well, but you're going to have a lot of them that don't. And they front run these stocks all the way up. And then they wonder why they get crushed. Well, it's getting crushed. Welcome to our world. Option trading room. Take that free 5-day trial. Sign up now. Click on the link. It's there. You want guidance? You want help with the earnings season? You want the right kind of training? then if I were you, I would get going with us right now. Otherwise, you will pay the price down the road. And, you'll last as long as you can until your money's gone. And there's a lot of people there on that CNBC. Oh boy, they love Netflix. Well, why don't you ask them how much they love it now? Because this is what Netflix is doing right here, straight down. And this will just be the beginning. They're going to buy back $5 billion repurchase buyback program. Well, yeah, after your stock tanks like it just did, I would do. So, nonetheless, there'll probably be a price increase for the service. That's going to be the next thing. And how many people are using Netflix? I like Netflix. I've never canceled my subscription. I probably won't. Why would I? They do have value, but the stock has had these issues before. And I will show you one thing right here and right now on Netflix. People were buying these options. 8,000 contracts. All that money's going to zero. Yeah, that's the 550 call. Then they were buying 8,000 contracts of the 560 calls, up and out of the money. All that money's gone. Yeah, all of it. They were buying the 565s. They were buying down here. They were buying up and out of the money. They were buying ridiculous. These are people that have no clue what they're even doing in the stock market. When you take a look at the volume on these contracts, up and out of the money, I mean, this is ridiculous what people do. I mean, it is. They bought 23,000 contracts on the $600 calls. Kiss that money goodbye. Kiss it all goodbye. And let me tell you another thing. They were buying 1,900 contracts of the 540 calls. Kiss it goodbye. Now, when you get over here to the put side on the volume, like us, the 550 puts, 4,100 contracts. Yes, sir. That is going to pay big, big, big money because it's on the right side of the trade. Oh, yeah. And 510 puts, 4,800 contracts traded, 3,900 of the 520 puts. These are the trades that were the cheapest amount of money, and they pay. Good luck with you and your Netflix. Hope you watch a lot of movies. There's the after hours. Trading down here at 487. The low was 480. You can look for more downside in Netflix to come in coming quarters. It has fallen out of favor with the investment community as well. And this is what happens when you own Netflix. The majority of the crowd is always wrong. Option trading room, free trial.